safely with the Community and Workers of Jamaica internet banking or mobile app. Pay your bills, transfer funds, apply for a loan. C&WJ Cooperative Credit Union. Discover the benefits of belonging.
You know this as Timbo.
Honey and get chopped.
Dasha.
Pepper get chopped.
Hot it up and spice it up.
Mackerel fritter.
And then mackerel, the taste of quality.
Infrared thermometers, automatic sanitizers, and soap dispensers with smart technology. The Time by Jewelry collection is
7 o'clock.
Next, rolling with Dwight Peters, the Charles Political Dynasty Part 2.
I can turn to him and say, who have a gun?
Jamaica's top visual artists present I Resume the Struggle showcase in Kingston.
Militarism and state violence within the society.
Award-winning Jamaican author Donna Heemans rolls in from Washington.
It's the most difficult thing to publish a book in the midst of a pandemic.
Polo Ralph Lauren superstar Brad Allen is on set.
Now I'm living my dream.
Rolling with Dwight Peters from Jamaica to the World, only on TVJ.
The following program is suitable for viewing by children under the supervision of adults. Parental discretion is advised.
News headlines
brought to you by Visa Infinite Business Credit Card from JN Bank. It's not just business as usual when you have a card as forward-thinking as your business.
Primetime news feedback brought to you by...
When you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile, you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan. Join Jamaica's largest network.
In primetime news this evening, captured. Cops say suspects in Planters Hall quadruple killing now in custody. Norman Horn resigns from Senate but questioned about reluctance despite U.S. citizenship. And Ruel Reid CMU corruption case decision put off until next month.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime News, on air and online at onespotmedia.com. I'm Herman Green.
And I'm Janella Precious. Also this evening, the Financial Week, Primetime Sports commentary, and E-Prime. But before the break, the feedback question.
Our feedback question this evening. What can be done to control the spike of COVID-19 cases in rural parishes?
You can share comments online, facebook.com/Television Jamaica, and tweet us at Television Jam.
Please stay with us. Primetime News returns right after this break.
News headlines
brought to you by Visa Infinite Business Credit Card from JN Bank. It's not just business as usual when you have a card as forward-thinking as your business.
Your family plus Flow Internet equals a family that chats, streams, works, studies, everything from home. And now, when you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile, you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan, so you can stay connected at home or on the go. Visit a Flow store today and join Jamaica's largest network.
Fool! You just get what? What you hungry, man? You're the king of this. Like how what are the king of burgers? You see when Burger King goes so boom and they make the beef patty well seasoned up and put it on the open flame, then them go so juicy pickles, tomatoes, freshly cut onions, crispy lettuce.
Yes, sir. I don't want any high payment, high interest, high fees to give me high blood pressure. I just want a low interest loan that I can live with, all right?
Yes, of course, sir. Access has low interest rates with affordable repayments. You can get your loan in 2 hours and your money sent directly to your bank account.
For real?
Experience the power of yes with Access. Call 888-GET-ACCESS today.
This Christmas, your Flow Internet plus mobile equals 50% off an unlimited postpaid mobile plan and a Samsung Galaxy H7 tablet for only $3,999 plus GCT. Get connected to all you want for Christmas.
Twist the goal not to win.
Get Pepsi in Pepsi Rhythm Mania. Over $50 million in cash and prizes. Look under the cap to redeem instant Pepsi or national snack rewards at participating Total service stations island-wide. Or WhatsApp text your code to 876-834-4444. And you could win KFC, Red Stripe, Malta, or Tasty vouchers. Or your chance on the Rhythm Mania show to win $15,000 or $25,000 daily. Plus the grand prize draw of a 2020 Hyundai Venue. Check social media for details on Pepsi Rhythm Mania. Conditions apply.
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, you're shot down in May. And if I didn't think it was worth one try, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and fly.
Babe, their first Christmas isn't going to be special. We're not going to get to introduce them to all the family, especially Auntie Lulu.
Christmas is always special. We just have to make some new traditions this year.
Christmas inside, light it up. Moving with the times, everything is online. Love of your family, show them you care, still living it up this year. Whoa, here's to new traditions. Christmas from NTV. Here's to new traditions. Here's to new traditions. Here's to new traditions.
It's 3 days of big madness at Kemlani Mart.
Prices are slashed.
Mattress prices, outdoor furniture, indoor and outdoor bikes, bar stools, dining sets,
Sofa beds, and that's not all.
We have slash prices on fridges,
Stoves, washing machine, TVs,
and sound systems.
And there's more. Prices are slashed on watches, bridal sets, only at Kemlani Mart.
77 King Street and Manor Center. 3 days only. Don't miss it.
I love this place, you see.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
This Christmas, Shake to Win just got bigger. Now when you purchase a Digicel Prime bundle, you can shake and share. Choose your prize to keep or share with someone you love. So, shake and share more. Share more daily prizes and guaranteed wins every Saturday. Plus, shake to win a grand prize of $100,000 cash. Shake and share more. Activate your Digicel Prime bundle in the My Digicel app and shake to win this Christmas.
14, can't wait.
Babe, remember we need the parts for the car.
But me not left my yard at them time, yeah.
But the car need the parts. Oh, babe, I just remember that there was this guy at Birds telling me that they do delivery now. Same day in Kingston and the next day out at home. We just WhatsApp them the chassis number, request the parts, get the amount, make the payment, then boom.
You heard right. Burt's Auto Parts now delivers your parts straight to you. Remember, it hurts if you don't check Burt's.
A local segment of Primetime News brought to you by.
No one does genuine and non-genuine Japanese automotive parts and accessories better than Burt's Auto Parts. It hurts if you don't check Burt's.
Welcome back to Primetime News, and a special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, 2 men are being questioned following a quadruple killing in Planters Hall, St. Catherine this morning. The incident has left the area tense. Kirk Wright was on the scene and now reports.
The killings are said to have happened approximately 1:30 this morning. Residents say they first heard persons begging for their lives, followed by several loud explosions and then crying. Persons who say they witnessed some of the gunmen in action say there were at least 6 heavily armed men. The gunmen first went to this house where Omar Wright and his girlfriend, only known as Nardia, along with Omar's cousin Lester Harvey, were all living. The attackers' stained footprints still on the door and its broken lock are signs that gunmen kicked in the door and then shot all 3 occupants. They then went next door to this house where Omar's brother Richard Wright lived, kicked off his door and murdered him. Deputy Commissioner Clifford Blake was on the scene. He said Omar Wright, the younger brother, had committed a criminal offense and was reporting daily as a condition of his bail. Omar's girlfriend Nadia is in her teens and is said to be from Clarendon, but no one seemed to know much more about her except that of late she was complaining of wanting to leave the area because it's getting tense. The Deputy Commissioner says there's need for better parenting and stronger punishment for persons caught with firearms. But he argues that the society needs to find ways to remove the allure of illegal guns for young men.
We have been calling for years for minimum sentencing in terms of illegal possession of firearms, because that is our biggest problem, illegal guns. And again, it is something we seriously need to relook the kind of punishment that we are giving persons who are in possession of illegal firearms and those who are using it.
Is that something that the police is thinking about, minimum sentence?
No, well, it is something that has been placed on the cards several times in terms of minimum sentencing for illegal possession of firearms and persons who shoot other persons.
The police say they have heard several theories and need to narrow down the possible motive for the killings, but several residents say it relates to the guns for drugs trade. They say persons in the area are also involved in the meat for guns trade between Jamaica and Haiti. The police are questioning 2 men from the community who they suspect may be able to help them with their investigation. The community is now tense, but we've been told the people won't be left unprotected.
Yes, the police will be maintaining a presence in the community for some hours.
Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
A major investigation is underway following the seizure of 611 pounds of cocaine at the Norman Manley International Airport yesterday. Reports are that the narcotics police conducted an operation at the airport about 9:45 p.m. 239 packages of cocaine concealed in carton boxes were discovered in a vehicle driven by the ramp supervisor. The police say the drugs have a street value of $13.8 million US or 2 billion Jamaican dollars.
In another turn of events, the way is now clear for the appointment of Peter Bunting to be the 8th opposition senator. This after the resignation of Norman Horn. Mr. Horn, who is a U.S. citizen, is ineligible to sit in the Senate. He was a guest on Radio Jamaica's hotline with Emily Shields this morning.
A release from Norman Horn Friday morning stated that he had advised the Governor General that he would not be taking up his seat as an opposition senator. It follows weeks of claims, counterclaims, and missteps among party members. Opposition leader Mark Golding recommended Peter Bunting to be appointed senator before realizing that Mr. Horn still had the post. Issues including a $19 million debt between Mr. Horn and the party and Mr. Horn's U.S. citizenship were also raised. Mr. Horn was on Friday grilled on Radio Jamaica's hotline program by host Emily Shields. Firstly, she questioned Mr. Horn seemingly laying claim to the post despite not being eligible by way of his U.S. citizenship. Mr. Horn said prior to the September 14 recommendation, Dr. Peter Phillips told him to prepare himself for appointment to the Senate.
Did you give him any assurances that you would be qualified and ready to take the seat?
I gave him an assurance that I will prepare myself to take the seat. I did.
You gave him that assurance?
Yes, I did.
And did you take steps to...
And so I have taken steps, which the step really that is required in this instance is to renounce my United States citizenship.
However, in light of the fact that the renunciation process may take up to 6 months, it's being suggested that the move appeared to be deceptive by both Mr. Horn and the former party leader. Mr. Horn rejected the view.
Many persons who are holders or who were holders of U.S. citizenship have made clear their intention to renounce their citizenship. And while sitting in the Parliament of Jamaica, they await their renouncement document. I do believe that in 2012, we had a similar situation in the Senate. I commenced the process, which is one, and I was waiting for the completion of it to take my seat in the Senate.
Despite this precedence, however, the law states that senators and members of parliament must not be citizens of another country. Mr. Horn says his resignation to the Governor General followed discussions with family and friends and his subsequent decision.
Let me be very clear that although I have contemplated it in the past more than once, I will for life now retain my U.S. citizenship.
He admitted that it was remiss of him not to have delivered his resignation to the Governor General in keeping with his statement. He, however, dismissed the idea that he was using an outstanding debt to him as leverage for the Senate seat, or that his stance was a result of unsettled differences from the party's internal election.
Former Education Minister Ruel Reid, Caribbean Maritime University President Fritz Pinnock, and their co-accused will hear on February 4 whether the corruption case against them will be dismissed. A decision was expected today. However, the matter was adjourned following additional submissions by the prosecution and the defense. Chief Parish Judge Chester Crooks said he needed more time to make a decision. The other three accused in the case are Mr. Reid's wife, Sharon, their daughter, Sherelle, and Councillor for the Brownstown Division, Kim Brown Lawrence. They were charged in connection with a fraud and corruption probe into transactions at the Caribbean Maritime University.
Still to come this evening, Renita Adams and several others now barred from entering the USA. Spike looming, Manchester health authorities brace for increased COVID-19 cases as illegal parties continue. And the latest COVID-19 figures from the Ministry of Health.
Your family plus Flow Internet equals a family that chats, streams, works, studies, everything from home. And now when you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile, you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan, so you can stay connected at home or on the go. Visit a Flow store today and join Jamaica's largest network.
When you use your Sagicor Bank MasterCard credit card to buy something for someone else, you'll earn rewards to get a little something for yourself too. The time by Sagicor Bank is...
Twist the goal have to win.
Get Pepsi in Pepsi Rhythm Mania. Over $50 million in cash and prizes. Look under the cap to redeem instant Pepsi or national snack rewards at participating Total service stations island-wide. Or WhatsApp text your code to 876-834-4444. And you could win KFC, Red Stripe, Malta, or Tasty vouchers. Or your chance on the Rhythm Mania show to win $15,000 or $25,000 daily. Plus the grand prize draw of a 2020 Hyundai Venue. Check social media for details on Pepsi Rhythm Mania. Conditions apply.
This Christmas, your Flow Internet plus mobile equals 50% off an unlimited postpaid mobile plan and a Samsung Galaxy A7 tablet for only $3,999 plus GCT. Get connected to all you want for Christmas.
We all want to go higher. BPM Financial is the way to go higher. At BPM, your dreams are possibility. At BPM Financial, we'll share your hope, help you build, help you save for what life brings you higher, higher in this life.
BPM Financial, taking you higher.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
It might take us some time to get there, but we'll be all right.
General, why pray?
There, I know. Free the little picture of terrorists.
Get it and delete it.
Why? You know like woman?
For the my sister get catch him with it, I don't want nobody share it, and everything forget shared.
Alright, me I take one last look and then delete it.
Give me the phone and delete it. Oh, last look. Come in, class time.
Make it a new day, yeah.
KIG end-of-year sale days are here. Step up to Subaru with the Forester, Outback, or XV. Drive your dream in a Ford EcoSport, Everest, or Ranger. Go anywhere, do anything in the Jeep Wrangler, or fall in love with a Compass or Grand Cherokee. Through our partnership with CIBC First Caribbean, get 100% financing, 6.5% interest, pay no commitment fee, get insurance at 0% interest, free service, and more. Conditions apply. Schedule a test drive. Call KIG today.
It starts with the aroma of Grandma's cake recipe baked to perfection. The spice of ginger blended with pineapple, the splash of sauce finishing off your jerk chicken. Rich browning makes the oxtail just right. Vibrant vanilla, amazing almond, resplendent rose water. Oh, embrace the sweet, savory, and spice of Benjamin's. Full of flavor.
Did you sell? Did you sell? You know it's a vibe, brand new life is a promise. Steady striving for more, no more limitations. Passionate communication, reaching every heart to the generations. Innovation all for the community, proud to bring unity. It's a movement with a new source of energy. This is what freedom feels like.
Welcome back. We are continuing the news. The U.S. State Department has announced sanctions against 6 former members of the now disbanded Crime Management Unit, as well as their immediate family members. According to a statement yesterday from Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, the 6 Jamaicans were among 17 individuals from various countries who have been sanctioned.
The State Department announced the public designation of Devon Bernard, Renito Adams, Patrick Koch, Shane Lyons, Leaford Gordon, and Roderick Collier. The immediate family members are also covered by the designation. Individuals and the immediate family members who are designated publicly or privately are ineligible for entry into the United States. Renito Adams was appointed to lead the Crime Management Unit in 2000. The unit was placed in the spotlight following the controversial killing of 4 persons in Crawle, Clarendon on Tuesday, May 7, 2003. 45-year-old Angela Richards, 38-year-old Ferris Luena Thompson, Matthew James, and a man known only as Renegade were killed during an alleged shootout with members of the Crime Management Unit. After several weeks of investigations in the aftermath of the killings, Mr. Adams and 5 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force were charged with murder. They were, however, acquitted in December 2005.
Controversial tough-talking former cop Renito Adams has responded to the State Department designations. Mr. Adams said he was not surprised about the developments. The former senior superintendent of police was speaking a short while ago with Dion Jackson Miller on Beyond the Headlines.
I had intelligence in October that this was going to happen. However, I further got intelligence that they put it off because they thought if they had made the pronouncement at that time, a particular political party in Jamaica may not have won the election. So it was, I know it was coming even before it was, so I wasn't caught off guard. A matter of fact, I was going to go public with it, but because I didn't have and wasn't very sure that this would have been a public pronouncement by them at this time, I just kept quiet and not having full evidence because intelligence, as you know, is not evidence.
Investigators attached to the Clarendon police are coming in for high praise for their action in nabbing men involved in a major cattle stealing ring in the parish. The arrest and charge of the cattle thieves is the culmination of months of investigations. More in this report.
In July, our news team was alerted to this scene in Clarendon, where the police conducted a raid on a major cattle stealing ring operating in the Havana Heights community. As part of the security operation, this Toyota truck was seized.
And in that truck were 2 carcasses from cows, and there were 2 others elsewhere on the ground. On seeing the police, the men ran, leaving the truck and the carcasses behind.
Fast forward 5 months, and the truck owner came forward to claim the vehicle.
Now he contacted members of the police team and arranged for $50,000 to be paid in order for the police to drop the case.
It was the moment the officers were waiting for. The officers say they quickly arranged a sting operation to nab the suspect, and this is the end result. The truck owner and 2 other men were arrested. The $5,000, $1,000, and $500 notes the men presented were confiscated. The truck owner has since been slapped with multiple charges.
He will be charged for breach of the Corruption Prevention Act, as also larceny of cattle, no butcher's license, and issuing uninspected meat to the general public for consumption.
Investigators say the truck owner is actually a farmer who facilitated and stole cattle from his fellow farmers. One of those farmers lost over 30 heads of cattle. Still to come in primetime news. Not as bad as expected. Local manufacturers assess COVID-19 impact in the financial week. While on the international scene, US could start giving COVID-19 vaccines in the coming days.
Hello food. Goodbye hunger. Download the app, call the number
619632 5.
Hello food. Quick food arrive. We heard you king. You want Burger King, Popeye's, Little Caesars. Hello food I bring. And the hustler, you just a kick back in your castle. Hello food. That mean you don't move a muscle.
Go to HelloFoodJA.com or call 876-619-MEAL to order deliveries from the Burger King, Little Caesars, and Popeye's menu.
Hello food. Goodbye hunger.
Doorbuster Weekend, December 12 and 13, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Quartz Optical and ShopQuartz.com. Get up to 50% off. 2 days of door-busting deals. Credit special. Buy one, get 15% off on 24 to 36 months. Buy two, get 40% off the second item of equal or lower value on 24 to 36 months. Plus door-busting prices. TCL 50-inch Android Smart TV, $47,599. 3-piece screen bedroom set, $59,998. Samsung 70-inch Smart TV, $119,999. 3-piece sofa, $42,399. MasterTech 20-inch 4-burner stove, $16,999. Simmons Dreamer Queen mattress, $23,999. Samsung 28 cubic foot side-by-side, $142,999. Frames starting at $3,399. Doorbuster Weekend, December 12 and 13, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Up to 50% off. And Quartz Optical and ShopQuartz.com. Conditions apply.
Babe, their first Christmas isn't going to be special. We're not going to get to introduce them to all the family, especially Auntie Lulu.
Christmas is always special. We just have to make some new traditions this year.
Things might never be the same, but our love still remains. More laughter, more cheer, new traditions for Christmas this year. Light up the place, bring Christmas inside. Light it up, moving with the times. Everything is online. Love up your family, show them you care. Still living it up this year. Oh, here's to new traditions.
Hey, my peeps, get this on the regular. Your HIV status if you consider. The least you ever test once a year. Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Cause it might not show up on your timeline and you learn too late, so you're out of time. A progressive future, mandatory. Really long life, our story. You hear?
Remember, update your status in a real life. Do a HIV test today.
Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Really long life, our story.
Real long life for say youth, coming from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
It might take us some time to get there, but we'll be all right.
Heart Trust NTA is now Heart National Service and Training Agency Trust. The time by Heart National Service and Training Agency Trust is
7:30.
The new JPS app, let's go!
Track your usage all day, every day. Pay a bill or prepaid top up anytime, anywhere. The JPS app can do that and so much more.
Download the new JPS app today.
You know them, the movers, the shakers, the people making a difference, who never shy away from a challenge, who are never afraid to dirty their hands, to jump in and get things done, who are never afraid to fail, to take a risk, to learn. You know them and aspire to be like them. And you can, because there's always room for greatness. Apply today. University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
It's Dunn's Christmas sale from now until December 24. Up to 50% off everything. You heard right, up to 50% off everything. Dunn's for your hardware needs. Dunn's for your favorite brands and tools. Dunn's for the best in lighting. Dunn's for classy home decor and furniture this season. Open every day from now until December 24. It's Dunn's Christmas sale, up to 50% off everything. Merry Christmas and thank you, Jamaica.
Welcome back. Continuing the news. Health officials in Manchester say they're bracing for a spike in COVID-19 cases as a number of entertainment events are being held in contravention of the Disaster Risk Management Act. Anthony Lugg reports.
451, the number of confirmed cases recorded in the parish of Manchester to date. Of that number, 418 have recovered. There have been 18 deaths, while another is currently under investigation. But it appears that in a matter of weeks, things could get worse, putting a strain on healthcare facilities in the parish. This was Medical Officer of Health Dr. Nadine Williams at the municipal meeting on Thursday.
We are expecting a spike in the number of COVID-19 cases for the month of December, and the spike has already started across several parishes in the country. So it is very important that we adhere to the protocols.
With Christmas fast approaching, vendors have already taken to the streets trying to make some extra cash. However, the Health Ministry has continuously called for persons to remain vigilant and observe all health protocols. Dr. Williams made a similar appeal and pointed to 2 clusters in the parish. She noted that they're linked to events being held in contravention of the Disaster Risk Management Act.
Not because it is Christmas time doesn't mean that there's any relaxing. COVID is not going away so easily. Even at this time, we have 2 clusters of cases in the parish that are related to parties. So persons are still having their parties and becoming exposed.
So, with illegal parties contributing to the rise in COVID-19 cases in Manchester, will new measures be implemented? Mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, said the municipality has been in discussion with the security forces to provide support enforcement.
In terms of parties, etc., we won't be giving approval for any the police and other teams in terms of the JDF Reserve and the municipal police will be asked to ramp up their inspections of properties.
Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
In the meantime, Jamaica's COVID-19 death toll remains at 270 as the country recorded no new fatalities in the last 24 hours. However, 66 new cases were recorded yesterday. The country's case count now stands at 11,509. Their ages range from 4 months to 82 years. Kingston and St. Andrew recorded most of the cases, followed by St. Catherine and St. James. The health ministry says 82 patients remain hospitalized with a respiratory illness. 8 are critically ill.
Responses to our feedback question. And tonight we've been asking, what can be done to control the spike of COVID-19 cases in rural parishes? Shami Tinglin Miller says, send out the necessary security personnel to ensure that the curfew hours are being followed. Kadisha says, lockdown and tighten curfew again. No gathering at all. It was working in the first half. Again, we're asking what can be done to control the spike of COVID-19 cases in rural parishes. Keep those comments coming. Facebook.com/Television Jamaica and tweet us at Television Jam. The Financial Week, our Bite of the Week, as well as news from overseas are after the break. Please stay with us.
A local segment of Primetime News brought to you by...
No one does genuine and non-genuine Japanese automotive parts and accessories better than Bert's Auto Parts. It hurts if you don't check Bert's.
Your family plus Flow Internet equals a family that chats, streams, works, studies, everything from home. And now when you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile, you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan, so you can stay connected at home or on the go. Visit a Flow store today and join Jamaica's largest network.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
It might take us some time to get there, but we'll be all right.
This Christmas, your Flow Internet plus mobile equals 50% off an unlimited postpaid mobile plan and a Samsung Galaxy A7 tablet for only $3,999 plus GCT. Get connected to all you want for Christmas.
Whether you're in the market for cool products, funky fashion, or fresh finds, Q Mall is the Caribbean's online virtual mall that takes your favorites from the store to your door with just a few clicks. Shop online now or sign up with us to open your own virtual store. With so many ways to pay and quick delivery island-wide, you can shop in peace and ship the joy over the holidays. Ditch the lines and shop online. Go to shopqmall.com today.
Well, you would have done $100,000, much less $250,000.
Buy all the candy in the world.
I'd redo my kitchen. Get me one bed.
I'd pay my bills. Take a sweet vacation.
Get cash in a hand this Christmas with Singer and be one of 10 persons to win $100,000 or a grand prize of $250,000. Conditions apply.
Do we know what we're eating? Important information about unhealthy foods doesn't always get to us, and this can lead to wrong choices.
1 in 2 Jamaicans is either overweight or obese. Obesity increases the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and 13 types of cancer, and even death.
We have the right to know what we're eating, especially now. We need warning labels on the front of our food packages. What's in our food? Give us the facts.
TVJ's Christmas season safety tip brought to you by...
Come on, let me take you where the music is alive.
In this mask-wearing era, it is crucial that all visitors to business establishments be monitored while on the premises. This definitely includes messengers, delivery, and maintenance personnel. It is better to escort them to inner office or work areas rather than simply directing them. That was a TVJ Christmas season safety tip brought to you by...
Come on, let me take you where the music is alive.
This Christmas, Shake to Win just got bigger. Now when you purchase a Digicel Prime bundle, you can shake and share. Choose your prize to keep or share with someone you love. So, shake and share more. Share more daily prizes and guaranteed wins every Saturday. Plus, shake to win a grand prize of $100,000 cash. Shake and share more. Activate your Digicel Prime bundle in the My Digicel app and shake to win this Christmas.
The Financial Week, brought to you by...
There's no one way to invest, but one name stands out above the rest. Barita. Let's get started today.
Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. President of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, Richard Pandowi, says the impact of COVID-19 on manufacturers hasn't been as bad as expected. As the year comes to an end, Mr. Pandowi is reporting that the industry has been resilient.
I think we have underestimated the size of our economy in many ways, whether the size of the informal economy or what, I don't know. Certainly the remittances they have overperformed. The manufacturing sector has held up pretty well for the most part. The people who have suffered disproportionately have been the micro and small businesses. But on a whole, manufacturing has held up. I mean, the numbers we are seeing is that only 3% of employees within the sector would have been affected adversely by the pandemic, which is incredible.
Nevertheless, the JMEA president says the island has missed some opportunities to improve the productive sector.
Disappointed that in this pandemic we're missing an opportunity to reset the economy. We have not done, in the 9 months since the pandemic, we have not made any change that I could say has been a game changer in just how we're going to deal with the productive sector, whether manufacturing, the agricultural sector. What have we done? We've done nothing. We've done farmers market to get rid of surplus, etc. But we have not made any fundamental shift to say going forward is going to make us better and stronger. So that's been a disappointment.
To currency trading now, it ended today with the US dollar selling for $144.45. The Canadian is being sold for $112.46. The pound is going for $191, while the euro sold for $176.12. The JSE index gained 1,446 points today, and the junior market index is up 9 points. Among the winners were Siboney Group, Stationery and Office Supplies, ISP Finance Services, Trans-Jamaican Highway, and Key Insurance. On the losing side were Sterling Investments, Cygnus Credit Investments, Jamaican and US dollar shares, Access Financial Services, and Derrimon Trading. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Good evening.
The Financial Week, brought to you by...
There's no one way to invest, but one name stands out above the rest. Barita. Let's get started today.
Bite of the Week, brought to you by King Alarm. King Alarm, the obvious choice.
We go on to news overseas. Americans could start getting COVID-19 vaccines as soon as early next week. However, it's not a done deal as there's still a major roadblock. The CNN explains.
FedEx and UPS on standby, ready to distribute COVID-19 vaccines as they enter the market. First up, Pfizer-BioNTech's vaccine, which is expected to get an emergency use authorization from the FDA any time now. But the injections can't start until the CDC authorizes the vaccine for use.
They want to look at the numbers of individuals enrolled and make sure that the data is robust enough to make a recommendation across the board.
Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says the current timeline means some Americans could get the vaccine as soon as Monday or Tuesday.
We're looking at 20 million Americans being vaccinated just in the next coming weeks, up to 50 million total by the end of January.
Meanwhile, some Americans are hanging by a thread.
I have to take the bills and throw them up and pick the ones and hope that they total the amount that I have.
But Democrats and Republicans continue to feud over aspects of the COVID-19 relief package, including stimulus checks for Americans and liability protections for corporations.
This evening, we have Bites of the Week, and they come from vendors in Brownstown, St. Anne, on the restrictions for this year's Grand Market.
Now, despite big losses in sales, the vendors are taking no chances. Here are our Bites of the Week.
By King Alarm. King Alarm, the obvious choice.
The government said 10 o'clock lock off, and I believe in that because we are dealing with health, we are dealing with wealth.
According to the virus and the lungs and the data thing, we have to make sure so we have everything under control. So we can't make just food and drinks and them thing there. Because if we go overboard and tomorrow my year say death come and then can't bury the dead.
Bite of the Week brought to you by King Alarm. King Alarm, the obvious choice.
And the primetime package continues with sports right after this break.
Bite of the Week brought to you by King Alarm. King Alarm, the obvious choice.
You me bakery and lead with the flavor. You carry a good taste of the whole snack line. The brand of generations, yes, it's your time.
The time by Yummy is
7:45.
If I can make one wish come true, it's to spend Christmas with.
Flow shares the love this Christmas. Enjoy unlimited YouTube, talk, and social when you activate your 5-day or higher prepaid mobile plan. And with every activation, you get a reward. Flow will send you a text with a digital scratch card. Scratch it and unwrap extra data or credit. Dial *129 *6 number sign to activate. And keep checking your SMS for special Christmas gift rewards. Flow connects you to all you want for Christmas.
It was rough this year, wish it was better.
No worry, friend, Lasco will make everything better.
It's time again to win a Christmas wish this year. Lasco could have been one of your bills next year.
Plus 5 grocery vouchers of 10 grand weekly or lots of phone credit to share. Just buy any 5 Lasco products. Scan the code or visit lascowish.com. Join Lasco Wish Chat, send a picture of your receipt and name to enter. Listen for a call to win a Christmas wish this year.
It's time to win a Christmas wish again this year.
With Lasco. Conditions apply. See the press for details.
You know what I'm home rent for 3 months and I'll know him not pay me. Me give him notice to leave my place, but him a move like him don't want to leave. It look like me have to go put him out myself.
Let me stop you right there. Under the law, you can't enforce the notice on your own. You have to carry him go court.
But me not even know what to do when me go to courthouse.
Well, first you have to lodge a complaint at your parish court saying what happened. Once you do that, the court will issue a summons that must be served on time.
Okay, me will do that.
After you give him the summons, make sure you take the court's copy to a JP for their signature. And then take that to the court at least 3 days before the summons say you must go court.
Alright, Jen. Me I go down at the courthouse tomorrow to lodge my complaint and get the process for the summons started.
Contact the Court Administration Division for further information at 876-754-8337 or visit the Parish Court website at www.parishcourt.gov.jm.
Brought to you by the Justice Undertakings for Social Transformation Program, a project funded by Global Affairs Canada.
It is often the little things that remind us that life is good, like making a living, mornings with the one you still love at 80, creating new traditions with good food that brings you closer together, knowing that the ones you love are there with you every step of the way, especially in those times when you need them the most. Like family, Nestle Jamaica has been there with you and will continue to be there for you as we cherish the fond memories of how far we have come and look towards the future with hope.
Thank you, Jamaica, for allowing us into your hearts and homes for 80 wonderful years.
Celebrating 80 years of wholesome traditions, Nestle.
Sports headlines
is brought to you by Visa Infinite Business Credit Card from JN Bank.
It's not just business as usual when you have a card as forward-thinking as your business.
Coming up in Primetime Sports Friday, dropped catches haunt the West Indies on second day of second test against New Zealand. And the former football boss criticizes government's handling of the return of the sport in the pandemic.
Good evening, I'm Jordan Fort and I'll have the details of all these and more after the break.
Sports headlines
Is brought to you by Visa Infinite Business Credit Card from JN Bank. It's not just business as usual when you have a card as forward-thinking as your business.
Great Moments in Sports is brought to you by...
Just buy any 5 Lasco products. Scan the code or visit lascowish.com. Join Lasco Wish Chat, send a picture of your receipt and name to enter. Listen for a call to win a Christmas wish this year. It's time to win a Christmas wish again this year. With Lasco. Conditions apply. See the press for details.
On this day in 1981 in Nassau in the Bahamas, Jamaican heavyweight Trevor Berbick won a 10-round unanimous decision against Muhammad Ali. It was the final fight of a storied career for Ali, who was just 5 weeks shy of his 40th birthday.
There it is! It's all over! What a fight! Tremendous fight! A tremendous effort!
Great Moments in Sports is brought to you by...
Just buy any 5 Lasco products. Scan the code or visit lascowish.com. Join Lasco Wish Chat, send a picture of your receipt and name to enter. Listen for a call to win a Christmas wish this year. It's time to win a Christmas wish again this year. With Lasco. Conditions apply. See the press for details.
Grace Kennedy Money Services. Western Union. 30 years of connecting the dots. Simply because we get you. The time by Grace Kennedy Money Services and Western Union is
50.
Welcome back now to Primetime Sports Friday. Starting off with cricket, the West Indies have taken another 2 wickets so far as New Zealand pushed on beyond the 400 mark on day 2 of their second test at the Basin Reserve in Hamilton. Henry Nicholls has taken his overnight 117 to 164, with the hosts at Sports Time reaching 422 for 8. Neil Wagner is also at the crease on 50, as Alzari Joseph and Shannon Gabriel have taken 3 wickets so far, while Shemar Holder has taken the other 2. Now yesterday, Henry Nicholls blasted an unbeaten 117, Will Young 43 and Darrell Mitchell 42, which led New Zealand to 294 for 6 at stumps. Shannon Gabriel, he bagged 3 for 57 all on day 1. Alzari Joseph at that point only had 1 wicket for the Windies, of course. It is New Zealand who lead the 2-match series 1-0. Joshua Da Silva, wicketkeeper batsman, and Holder, the fast bowler, were given their debuts. And the Basin Reserve is in fact in Wellington, not in Hamilton. Now New Zealand A have progressed from their overnight 264 for 4 to 373 for 5 against the West Indies A at lunch on day 2 of their second unofficial test match at Nelson. Rachin Ravindra and Cam Fletcher are the not-out batsmen on 76 and 13 respectively. Bowling for the Windies A, Fabian Allen has so far taken 2 for 66 with a wicket each for Jaden Seals, Kimo Paul and Rakeem Cornwall. Now teams could encounter bubble fatigue during the current pandemic as countries resume domestic and international cricket. That's according to member of Cricket West Indies medical panel Dr. Akshay Man Singh. As a result of the pandemic, travelling players are required to complete a quarantine period before they'll be allowed to integrate with each other. But with more franchise leagues resuming and international cricket returning, this period can become stressful on players, and several have withdrawn from the ongoing Big Bash League in Australia. Man Singh says while he understands that moving from bubble to bubble can be difficult on players, there is no other solution at this time.
And therefore I don't sort of begrudge anybody who's withdrawing from that. On the other hand, there are countries, for example, that will tell you that the only source of income for the players is to play cricket. And so you've got to put on cricket. I'm not talking about at the highest level, I'm talking about at every level. So, if this is the scenario where people have to earn a living, then I don't think, as I said, I begrudge anybody who says that, listen, they've had enough, they want to sit out a series.
And Man Singh says he doesn't see the International Cricket Council making a decision to create a window of inactivity to give players a chance to recover from bubble fatigue.
Needs to be played. There's just a lot of money riding on it, both for the players in terms of their salaries and for the sponsors and everybody else. So, yes, it is a bit hard for them, and I don't think that you're going to see a reduction in the number of series. It's to be more selective. Remember, international series is one thing, and the international leagues is another thing. And so if somebody opts out of a league, I don't think that's a major issue. If somebody opts out of a series but will play a league, I have a bigger issue with that.
Now, the West Indies are now in New Zealand, having toured England in the summer, and are also set to tour Bangladesh in January. Ideally, teams are given between 10 and 14 days before being allowed to engage in full squad training. Former PLCA chairman Mike Henry has criticised the government, saying they haven't given the sport of football the respect it deserves during the COVID-19 pandemic. More in this report. The newly formed Professional Football Jamaica Limited, PFJL, was implemented with the aim of moving Jamaica's top tier of club football to a fully professional structure. But Mike Henry, who chaired the previous body responsible for running local club football, the PLCA, says for that to happen, the government would have to take sports more seriously.
There should be a responsibility in terms of how you deal with COVID, not just for the call centers, but equally for the football teams. Sports is a way of life. It's a business. If I become the star player, I will have to own land, own a house, drive a car, hire a chauffeur, etc., etc.
Henry, who is also the Member of Parliament for Central Clarendon, says there should also be an effort to ensure those employed by football enjoy the same social benefits as the rest of the country's workforce.
If we, for instance, said that we tied housing and earnings of players to some kind of benefits that must flow, you're beginning to integrate the social structure into the day-to-day living of the footballer, right? Because we don't insist that they all must join the National Housing Trust. We don't insist that they should qualify for certain social benefits. So we have not integrated them into this, build them into the system of economy that will make them grow.
The 85-year-old Humble INFC chairman has also questioned whether the implications of moving the league from 12 to 16 teams have been properly considered.
So if we wanted 12 to move from 12 to 14, then we must therefore mark out economic zones that give us the answers. And if we're going to make more money from broadcasting rights and streaming than you do from the physical gate that you visit, then you must analyze that in relation to what is going to be done. Note that the large investors and owners themselves now are moving away unless you can do the structure of shareholding in the club, which also has to have a social appeal.
The National Premier League was postponed in March following the confirmation of COVID-19 on the island before the JFF officially cancelled it and ruled it null and void in May. Overseas now, West Ham recorded their 6th win of the season following their come-from-behind 2-1 victory over Leeds United to go 5th in the English Premier League standings. Leeds had gone in front when Mateus Click converted from the spot in the 6th minute. However, the Hammers, who had won just once in their previous 26 occasions after conceding first in the league, levelled through Thomas Souček, and with 10 minutes remaining in the game, Angelo Ogbonna scored what turned out to be the winner and their first victory at Elland Road in 20 years. Another 4 matches will be played on Saturday, including the Manchester derby between United and City. Some racing now with 5 race days to go. The battles at Caymanas Park for the trainers and jockeys titles continue to intensify between reigning champion Anthony Nunes and Wayne Da Costa, as well as leading rider Anthony Thomas and Dane Nelson. Denise Walters has our preview.
Wayne Da Costa will have 4 of the 13 runners in the Open Allowance Graded Stakes contest going 6.5 furlongs for a purse of $2 million. Derby winner King Arthur, Diamond Mile runner-up Stranger Danger, the imported Summer Sun and Drummer Boy will be looking to have a hand in the outcome. Da Costa, who trails Anthony Nunes by approximately $2 million in stakes earnings, will have a total of 8 runners on the 11-race card, and he still believes he can add to his 18 titles.
I never give up until the 31st of December, so he'd have to fight all the way.
Meanwhile, classic campaigner Mahogany, who was comprehensively beaten in the Derby, will return a better-looking horse, having worked well at exercise. The 2-1 overnight favourite will have a change of rider from Omar Walker as Dane Dawkins returns. St. Ledger winner Nipster, who was awarded his most recent race after the disqualification of Sir Alton on November 28, could repeat in present company with Robert Hallideen riding. Speedsters God of Love and Truly Amazing also have a look in. Post time is 5 p.m. In the meantime, Nunez, who won't have a runner in the Open Company event, will be saddling 9 runners on the program. 2 of his charges will be in the feature Royal Lancaster Trophy, a maiden special weight contest for native-bred 2-year-old colts and geldings. Debutants alimony to be ridden by title-chasing jockey Dane Nelson and Old King Cole with Rayan Lewis aboard will be looking to make their presence felt in the sprint trip going 5 furlongs round for a purse of $1.15 million. The rest of the field to face the starter at 2:40 p.m. is 7-5 anti-post favourite Nuclear Noon, Regal and Royal, Colorado Ranger and Lucky Plumber. And in the race for the jockey's title, Thomas, who leads by 5, will have 7 mounts to Nelson's 10. First post is 11:05 a.m. Live racing coverage will be on Power 106 FM. Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.
Reggae Marathon race director Alfred Frano. All right, we're going to take a break now. We're going to come back to this one after the break on a Primetime Sports Friday.
You know you can stay home and do all your banking. Use Scotia Online, the Scotia app or Telescotia today. It's simple and easy.
The time by Scotiabank is
8 o'clock.
Where Grace Kennedy money service, connect and connect. That is connect and connect. From where? Any Western Union, yeah. Grace Kennedy money service anniversary. Grace Kennedy money service. I give a chance to 3 people win $1 million each. When you send and receive, you hear this, yeah man, me want win. Receive or send the money, connect and connect.
From any location or direct to bank from now until February 28th. Connecting the dots for 30 years. Subject to official rules. Visit gkmsonline.com for more info. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Welcome back now to Primetime Sports Friday. Reggae Marathon race director Alfred Frano Francis has hailed the first virtual staging of the race as a tremendous success. The 20th staging of the Reggae Marathon, Half Marathon and 10K was held virtually this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, despite the circumstances, some runners were still able to contest the actual course in Negril, and Francis says this made this year's staging extra special.
It exceeded our expectations, re-participation. We had visitors from 10 different countries actually flying into Jamaica, going to Negril, running on the Reggae Marathon route. So that speaks well for our brand, Reggae Marathon, and the impact it has had on persons. We had a lot of locals also who went to Negril to just run on the course and, and share in the joy of the Reggae Marathon experience.
Now, Francis says a new section will be added to the world-famous marathon come next year.
To 2021, when we hope to resume with our physical experience in Negril, our 10K, half marathon and marathon. But the virtual experience will still be a part of the Reggae Marathon going forward. And next year we intend to add a virtual 5K. So we'll have the marathon, the half marathon, and the 10K, and a 5K as a virtual experience.
Rio Aikawa in 2 hours, 33 minutes and 33 seconds, and Heather Francis in 3 hours, 53 minutes and 13 seconds were the respective male and female winners this year. And finally this evening, Jamaica's para-athletes have resumed training for the postponed Tokyo Paralympic Games, and they expect the new equipment they received from the Chase Fund to improve their preparations. Denise Walters reports.
For Alfonso Cunningham, being back in the gym and working with the new equipment the Jamaica Paralympic Association JPA recently got from the Chase Fund, it will help boost his preparations.
Feel wonderful, feel great, because we home training is like, not seeing your coach because we're working virtually with him and so forth. So, and to come back to mix and mingle with your teammates, even though all of us don't come back in at full as yet, but we're doing by stages as what coach, we're coming in. But I feel good coming back working with these new machines, seeing my friend and coming back at the gym to get my full workout.
Sylvia Grant says she's looking forward to getting fit and competition ready.
I feel good. That's we're back to training, get back fit again. I was not so fit. COVID match up everything. So when coach tell us that I was coming back, I was so happy.
Para coach Neville Sinclair explains the current setup at the gym.
Right, we'll have 3 or 4 comes in on Monday. And then Tuesday, we'll have another set, and we keep rotating for now because through the pandemic, we don't want to really have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 person one time. Later down, probably next year, we'll see how it goes, and then we'll bring in more persons.
Meanwhile, President of the JPA, Christopher Samuda, speaking at the recent launch of the St. James Parasports Foundation, says despite athletes' routines being disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic, they have made adjustments and there's continuity in their training regimes.
As you know, the Paralympic Games is now for next year, and therefore the background training starts now. So they have been doing background training to ensure that they are conditioned for next year's Paralympic Games.
The Paralympic Games are set for Tokyo from August 24 to September 5, 2021. Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.
Right then, so that's Primetime Sports Friday. Stay with us. We'll have the recap after the break.
If I can make one wish come true, it's to spend Christmas with.
Flo shares the love this Christmas. Enjoy unlimited YouTube, talk, and social when you activate your 5-day or higher prepaid mobile plan. And with every activation, you get a reward. Flo will send you a text with a digital scratch card. Scratch it and unwrap extra data or credit. Dial *129 *6 number sign to activate. And keep checking your SMS for special Christmas gift rewards. Flo connects you to all you want for Christmas.
Well, you would have done $100,000, much less $250,000.
I will buy all the candy in the world.
I'd redo my kitchen. Get me one bed.
I'd pay my bills. Take a sweet vacation.
Get cash in a hand this Christmas with Singer and be one of 10 persons to win $100,000 or a grand prize of $250,000. Conditions apply.
Our recap in the top stories now making Primetime Sports Friday. New Zealand, they've been dismissed for 460, having resumed at 294 for 6 on day 2 of their second test against the West Indies at the Basin Reserve. Now the hosts lead the 2-match series 1-0. And former PSCA chairman Mike Henry has criticized the government for what he says is a lack of respect shown to the sport of football during the COVID-19 pandemic. So then, those were your top stories making Primetime Sports Friday. Stay tuned now. Sports commentary is next with Oral Tracy.
Did you sell? Did you sell? You know it's a vibe, brand new life is a promise. Steady striving for more, no more limitations. Passionate communication, reaching every heart to the generations. Innovation all for the community, proud to bring unity. It's a movement with a new source of energy. This is what freedom feels like. A whole new world to take you higher. We're better together.
Barrel come! The goods Lucky Dollar! Shop a Lucky Dollar this Christmas and get up to 30% off select furniture, appliances, and electronics. No pay a thing till March 2021 for 18 to 36 months credit. Spend $60,000 more for 18 to 36 months credit and enter for your chance to win a share of $400,000. Plus, look out for the customer appreciation days. The goods land! Shop now and get your gift them. You can't go wrong this Christmas at Lucky Dollar. Offer in December 31. Conditions apply.
So the Maverick is yet to share my erudite thoughts on the latest restructuring of the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, which sees a pushing back of the fixtures from June next year to September next year. And importantly, the number of games in each FIFA window will now increase from 2 to 3 games in an 8 or 9 day period. And as usual, the impulsive and conventional analysis will say disadvantage Jamaica because the schedule is going to be hectic and blah, blah, blah. But maverically speaking, I don't see the big disadvantage to Jamaica because all the teams will face the same situation. And the talk of Mexico and the USA having bigger pools of players, that's always been the case. And generally, in World Cup qualifiers, your first 11 is your first 11. And coaches tend to play their best 11 most of the times. So this depth of squad is an overrated and inflated argument. What will be key is pre-tournament preparation and in-tournament tactics and strategies. We must know our best team and have the players physically and psychologically prepared for battle before the war starts. Yes, because once we cross that battle line, very little, if any, preparation will be possible. It will be all about execution, or just game, recovery, and game again, and then recovery and game again. Remember, no excuses will be tolerated.
Warm to your eye. Adele, why? Yeah. No, girl. This can't work. You need to tell him to move out. Take out a protection order against him. This is for your safety. And nothing is more important. Orders like these were created under the law to keep you protected from anyone likely to hurt you. The order will say that Delroy must stay away from you, your home, place of work, or anywhere closely connected to you. And if he violates the protection order, him can get into big trouble with the law. But you have to at least start the process at the police station or your parish court or family court.
Contact the Court Administration Division for further information at 876-754-8337 or visit the parish court website at www.parishcourt.gov.jm.
Brought to you by the Justice Undertakings for Social Transformation Program, a project funded by Global Affairs Canada.
National, we make the popcorn pop. Pop, 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 pop. Test it. Popcorn, we make that pop. Pop, 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 pop. Crunchy caramel, so nice and so lovely. Everybody love me from town to country. National zesty popcorn pick. And nobody can resist, and that is it. You see the white cheddar, and we do it better. Me have to carry some for my mother and my brother. White cheddar, you just can't forget. National zesty popcorn, the ultimate. Next level zing.
E-Prime, brought to you by...
Scratch it and unwrap extra data or credit. Dial *129 *6 number sign to activate. And keep checking your SMS for special Christmas gift rewards. Flow connects you to all you want for Christmas.
Hello and welcome to the weekend edition of Eat Prime. I am Daedran. Agent Sasco has released the visuals for the title track of his latest EP, Sasco vs. Assassin. The lines, "Here to Looking Back in Time," opens the single as the video forms a perfect complement to the lyrics. It revealed the artist's younger self, Assassin, a pompous but focused young artist, and Agent Sasco, a more self-reassuring mainstream Sinjay. On one hand, Agent Sasco boasts about his successes, while the younger version reminds him to stay on track despite the lack of recognition.
Well, alright, we might not hit the charts yet. Yeah, I'm in name not too corporate. But you Saska, you know fit target, cause you're still no big like Shaggy or Sean yet. Lyrics me never write, sing me never run yet. You never hear me chat no clapping and none of me song yet. But anyway, you still understand, so you have to be the man as I can see him the man. Well, assassin same way. Still I kill them, still I kill them, oh you will still I kill them.
A little scoop on the video.
It was quite exciting being a part of my brother's new project, Agent Sasco vs. Assassin. I played double to the role of Agent Sasco in the video. You know, the song is such an amazing song, nostalgic of the 2000 era when Assassin was that hardcore dancehall artist delivering witty lyrics.
Directed by J. Will, the lyric king of dancehall switches flawlessly between the two personas. Assassin changed his name to Agent Sasco due to the connotations associated with the prior. Sasco vs. Assassin EP was released at the end of November. Now, Fame Frequency goes clubbing this weekend with Club Euphoria, a night of glam mixed with high-energy sets from DJ Roderick, DJ Deli, DJ Narity, and DJ Kevin. Dress for the club and party from 9 p.m. to midnight. Watch yourself on RETV, cable channels, and One Spot Media. That's it for Eat Prime for the weekend. I'm Daedran. Thank you for watching.
E-Prime, brought to you by...
Scratch it and unwrap extra data or credit. Dial *129 *6 number sign to activate. And keep checking your SMS for special Christmas gift rewards. Flow connects you to all you want for Christmas.
Babe, their first Christmas isn't going to be special. We're not going to get to introduce them to all the family, especially Auntie Lulu.
Christmas is always special. We just have to make some new traditions this year.
Christmas inside, light it up. Moving with the times, everything is online. Love of your family, show them you care. Still living it up this year. Whoa, here's to new traditions. Here's to new traditions. Here's to new traditions. Here's to new traditions.
Make a tell you about short-term motor insurance from JNGI. You choose what you need, 30, 60, 90 days policy. No long commitment, full third party. Don't park your car, don't walk, get a shotty. So affordable and it's not Coronation Market. JNGI shotty. Country party, we have a shotty. Just insure your vehicle and start it. Roll out with a shotty. Shotty, the short-term motor insurance from JN General Insurance.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
14.
Thanks so much for staying with us this evening for the weather report and forecast. And in a look at the satellite imagery across the Caribbean basin, patches of low-level cloud across the open waters of the Caribbean. We still have a lingering trough system that affects sections of the central Caribbean. Isolated showers are also occurring across sections of the island, particularly across the northern portion of the Caribbean. We're seeing showers and thunderstorms affect Hispaniola as well as sections of the Bahamas, drifting out towards the north. That's the remnants of that cold front that affected us earlier this week. The forecast tonight has lingering shower activity mainly across northern sections of the island. The low temperature in Kingston drops to 24 and to 23 in Montego Bay. In the morning, we're expecting clouds to cover most of the area, and then by afternoon, isolated showers are expected across the southwest. Temperature gets to 31 degrees Celsius in Kingston and reaches 30 in Montego Bay. Now let's have a look at the breakdown. Partly cloudy skies cover most of the south tomorrow. We're expecting afternoon showers in Mandeville. We're expecting afternoon showers in Santa Cruz and Black River. And then across the north, showers are likely in the afternoon in Brownstown. Expect afternoon showers on Sunday, but thereafter, partly cloudy conditions are expected for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now for the marine forecast. Tomorrow on the north coast, winds are northeasterly, reaching 50 knots. Wave heights reach 1.5 meters, while on the south coast tomorrow, the winds reach 20 knots out of the southeast. Wave heights reach 2 meters. Offshore winds are east-northeasterly at 15 to 20 knots, and wave heights are between 1.5 and 2 meters, while for our outlook, we're expecting a 20-knot wind regime out of the east on Sunday, and then out of the northeast on Monday and Tuesday, dropping to 15 knots. The sunset in Kingston tomorrow, 5:33. Sunset at Negril Point, 5:39. That's where we leave you this evening with the weather report and forecast. Stay tuned. There's a news recap after a short break.
If I can make one wish come true, it's to spend Christmas with.
Flow shares the love this Christmas. Enjoy unlimited YouTube, talk, and social when you activate your 5-day or higher prepaid mobile plan. And with every activation, you get a reward. Flow will send you a text with a digital scratch card. Scratch it and unwrap extra data or credit. Dial *129 *6 number sign to activate. And keep checking your SMS for special Christmas gift rewards. Flow connects you to all you want for Christmas.
It's the season for Hamtastic. Wendy's makes Christmas fantastic. Black Forest ham and pepper jelly on your favorite burgers make your holiday merry. It's the season and Hamtastic is back at Wendy's. Get a Days or spicy chicken Hamtastic topped with Black Forest ham and a delicious pepper jelly. Grab a Hamtastic today.
TVJ's Christmas season safety tip brought to you by.
Well, you would have $100,000.
Or a grand prize of $250,000. Get cash in a hand this Christmas with Singer.
Be careful while using ATMs. Put away your cash before exiting the ATM. Try not to use machines in secluded areas, especially if you are alone. That was a TVJ Christmas season safety tip brought to you by.
Well, you would have $100,000.
Or a grand prize of $250,000. Get cash in a hand this Christmas with Singer.
Primetime News Feedback brought to you by.
When you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile,
you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan. Join Jamaica's largest network.
Welcome back. Our top story this evening. The police have held 2 men for questioning in connection with this morning's quadruple killing in Planters Hall, St. Catherine. I'm Herman Green. On behalf of Janelle and the rest of our team, pleasant viewing.
Primetime News Feedback, brought to you by...
When you have Flow Internet and you add Flow Mobile, you get 50% off your postpaid mobile plan. Join Jamaica's largest network.
Now more than ever, staying connected means so much. Share the magic of the holidays with your loved ones from near and far. Greetings Across the World is brought to you by JN Bank and JN Money.
Greetings, greetings, greetings across the world. Greetings, greetings, greetings across the world. Greetings, greetings, greetings to your friends. It's a very special time to smile and say hello.
I'm Christia in Kingston, Jamaica for Greetings Across the World. Season 34 starts now.
This is Simon Scott.